From Florida, Mr. Donalds is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman. That was a very interesting dialogue. My statement is not to be disrespectful, it's to be factual about where we're going. I think based upon the previous conversation, the question could be, why did they decide to make calculators when an abacus can do? That's just simply because technology is taking us to a place where it's far more functional. You could do so many other things. It's far more interactive. It's far more user-friendly, and it actually speaks to the experience that people are choosing to operate in. And no difference with how you choose to do calculations or how you choose to exchange, whether it's a currency, a stable coin, a cryptocurrency, et cetera. It's really the medium of holding value and or exchange that people choose to engage in. And obviously with where people are going, not just in the United States, but in the world, stable coins and crypto and blockchain technology are not going away. They are the modes of storing value and or transacting into the future. And so it would behoove us in Congress to make sure that we have a framework that allows for the proliferation of what human beings, especially Americans, choose to want to invest in and want to do going forward. That said, Mr. Fernandez da Ponte, the US dollar is the asset that basically underlies 98% of transactions in stable coins. As stable coin use flourishes in countries around the globe, so does the US dollar. Would you describe the role that stablecoins play in supporting US dollar dominance, particularly given the current global landscape?
Thank you for the question, Congressman. The role of the US dollar as a global reserve currency is a fundamental strength of the US economy, and I don't think that we should take it for granted if this technology ends up generating that next generation of payment rails. As you said, the vast majority of stablecoins today are denominated in US dollars. I don't think that we should take that for granted. The reason for that is because the preeminent use case today is crypto trading, and the crypto trading markets are denominated against the US dollar. As these stablecoins make their way into mainstream commerce and payments, I do believe that we will see the appearance of stablecoins that are denominated in other currencies. Therefore, it's very important that stablecoins that are denominated in US dollars and issued in the US are able to compete with those stablecoins that are going to emerge outside. And also, I think that it is important that we have a situation in which not the vast majority of those dollar-denominated assets are issued by companies outside of the US and sometimes maybe backed by reserves that are not dollar-denominated either. We think that a clear framework for the stablecoin issuers in the US will contribute to maintaining the US position and the US dollar position externally within with a strong competition driven by American companies.
All right, thank you for that. Mr. Garrison, as we consider legislation to provide regulatory clarity to the digital assets industry, what role could self-regulation play in the larger market structure?
I think self-regulation is an important layer of the overall sector, right? I think we see that in the financial services world, and it works as a good model. Self-regulatory organizations have existed in the securities context since the beginning of our framework. We currently have FINRA. I mean, even the National Securities Exchange System is a group of each one a self-regulatory organization. So you see that on the derivative side as well with the NFA, and there's absolutely no reason why porting that concept over into the digital asset space would not make sense.
Okay, thank you for that. And lastly, Mr. Yahim, quick question for you. This kind of doubles back to the U.S. financial system's dominance. What's your view in terms of stable coins really being an additive towards not just U.S. market dominance, but also U.S. dollar dominance on the world stage?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Congressman. You know, there's a wide variety of use cases that have been proven out, some that have not yet been proven out. It's very clear that stable coins are going to improve efficiency in cross-border remittance, and I think we've heard that from the panel today. It's going to be really important that the U.S. leads in terms of putting rules in place. Other jurisdictions have done this, not just for stable coins, but for centralized markets. They go hand in hand. If you look at the top 4% of assets on our platform. It represents over 60% of the volume, right? And 2 of those are stablecoins. If you look at the top 10%, right, that represents almost 80 to 90%. So again, let's focus on passing rules for the most important pieces of the market today.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Chairman. I yield back.
Jim, and you